Jane.
Hi.
Okay, well, am I okay if I just vent some things to you?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, well, as you're aware, my semester's coming to an end pretty quickly. I've got 4 weeks left, and unfortunately, not unfortunately, I'm a little bit sad that this year has kind of just gone by, but it's just, I'm getting to be a little overwhelmed, a little frustrated. I've got a class that is a condensed class, so instead of it being a class that I've had since January, I started it the week before March break, and I end when we end the semester. And because we have Good Friday and we had March break, we missed 2 allotted class times, and now our teacher is just kind of being like, hey, here's some PowerPoints, you need to review them on your own. I've allocated some some assignments with it, and it is your responsibility to get it done in a timely manner. And myself, along with some of my other classmates, have all agreed that it kind of feels like these last 4 weeks have just been our professors just kind of being like, we don't have enough time to accurately teach you stuff in class, so you're gonna teach yourself. And I don't know if that's adding to my level of stress. I recently had along with a few other things, like I recently had a friend who had to put down her pet only a few months after she lost a pet prior to this, and so she's grieving and I'm not able to help her. I've got a whole bunch of schoolwork I have to do. I'm trying to kind of close up some TSI stuff, and and I don't know. I mean, I'm glad that the sun's shining. That's been a positive in the last 4 weeks. But yeah, there's so much going on and I haven't had time to process anything. And I think just everything has been so, is that an accurate word?
Yeah, that seems like a lot, like having to teach yourself, not having what you would maybe consider enough time with your professors to go over projects, not be able to see your friends. Like that just seems like that would be like very frustrating and like would bring down your morale.
It does, and I mean, you're correct, my morale is a little bit lower than where I'd like it to be, but it's definitely not as low as it has been, especially because, like I said, the sun's shining, it's nice out. I could probably lug a chair outside and start doing some work outside, but it's just, there's a lot and not enough time. But hopefully I can work through it. I can ace some classes, I can bring some marks up in some other ones, I can just kind of hit the grind and keep grinding until April 23rd when I'm done, and then before I know it, I'll be home, it'll be summer, be able to relax. But until then, there's gonna be a lot of stressful nights, a lot of late nights. Yeah, I mean, I've even deleted all social media, like I've got nothing, just so that I can focus on everything. But yeah, I mean, I'm really glad that we can sit down and you've allowed me to vent, because it kind of really puts things into perspective of like what seems really important, what's not overly important, how to organize it. So like, I think from this point on, I'm gonna probably just focus on all the things that are going to be current and due next week. I'm going to focus on the midterm that I have next week, and then from there, I'm just gonna process it through one assignment at a time, one test at a time. I've got a study group that we're meeting with through the lead up to exams. I've got a practical tomorrow that I'm a little bit stressed about, but I'm pretty sure it's just regular test anxiety.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a good thing that you have such like a clear cut plan going forward. Yeah, like you said, like you know when everything's due. You know what you got to prepare for. You know like where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, like with your classes. Seems like a good thing, but yeah, it does seem a bit hectic.
But I mean, hectic's good sometimes. I don't know if this would be a good time, but like, I don't know, I like to be able to work through my days, and then by the time it's evening, I settle down, I have a nice supper, and I watch some Criminal Minds, which has been my go-to TV show lately. But yeah, it's just having this conversation, having the ability to, I don't know, I guess formulate and trying to explain it to somebody else has really brought everything to a clear picture that allows me to properly assess everything. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy, it's going to be hectic. I'm going to definitely need a lot of caffeine, so a lot of coffee trips. But it'll be worth it. Like, I'm really excited to see where the next 4 weeks of the semester goes, and I'm really excited to see who I am at the end of the 4 weeks and how I've evolved as a person and a human being.
Yeah, like making sure that you have like downtime. Like, I'm super busy during the day, but I do know that at night I can relax and I have something that can help me just kind of bring down my anxiety and just get ready for the next day.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not much else I really have going on other than that friend who had to put down her pet, who's grieving, and I mean, I'm so far from home, it's kind of hard to help her through this, but other than that, it's kind of been...
Yeah, not being able to be with your friends, that can be not just like to make it sad for you, but also can be detrimental to them, and it's always important to find ways to connect.
Yeah, but only 4 weeks, that's... I can't do math off the top of my head.
14 plus 14 equals 28.
Yeah.
28?
28 days. That's like the month of February. Oh, good Lord. so much to do, such little time.
Oh yeah, it's crunch time.
Crunch time, grind time, whatever you want to call it, it's time. And we don't have enough of it. So, but yeah, I'll be excited to see. I mean, like I said at the beginning of our conversation, I totally have no clue how we've made it to almost April.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like we literally just started 2021, and it feels like it's just September of last year when we all moved in, and time just went zoom. Like, time took a page out of Sonic's book and just ran with it.
Yeah, zoom's a good word to describe that.
Well, it's a very accurate COVID word too, because everybody's using Zoom. But yeah.
Can't see the clock. I can't tell how far we are.
Oh, good Lord. I think there's a bug. Nope. I lied. There's no bug. I really hope. Yeah, no. I noticed that there's also been a lot of like flies around, and spiders. I don't know if you've noticed, but like I walked into the bathroom the other day and there was like a big spider, and I was really scared. I've avoided the bathroom at as much cost because like I don't like spiders. I've just noticed that there's a little bit more of our insect friends coming out. So I don't know, I got really paranoid there.
Yeah, big spiders, those are, yeah.
Speaking of bugs, I think there's a moth on the floor.
Ew. Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Oh, residence is super clean.
Well, I mean, I did have a conversation about this with somebody. They're like, because of all the trees that kind of surround residence, it's like prime insect life.
We have all those crows that like live here.
Oh, that's another thing that keeps bugging me. These crows, which I know we don't have control over, but they really like banging my windows in the morning. Like, they'll just fly into the windows, and who needs an alarm clock when you've got crows every day at 6 a.m. just into your window? But yeah, I'm afraid to keep my window open over the night, because like, what if they like fly in? Like, they hit the screen and the screen breaks and they're just like, and I've got a crow in my bedroom.
That would be scary.
I'd be terrified. I feel like that's some Goosebumps book
Oh yeah.
monster thing. Be terrifying. But anyway, I definitely think I feel better. I mean, like I said, being able to talk through all of my frustrations and my concerns, I feel a lot better. I feel like I'm going to be able to tackle the next 4 weeks in a calm and collected, very organized way. And like you said, I've got busy mornings and afternoons, and then I have restful evenings to prepare myself for the next day.